Hey, I'm Charles Wrestler, and this is Holy Crap, How Did This Happen? My weekly podcast taking you to meet some of my favorite people in some of the coolest places.
It's raining, it's pouring, and my heart is gone away.
Hi, I'm Charles Wrestler, and this is Holy Crap, How Did This Happen? And our guest this week is Krissee Danger, which is a doubly holy crap, how did this happen? She was dubbed Lady Luck by the New York Times, and she is literally the quintessential queen of Vegas. Thank you for being here, Krissee. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And we're just really excited to get the down low from you. Okay, I have to ask, how did you get the name Krissee Danger?
Well, I was expelled from school.
Expelled from school, woo woo.
Expelled from school when I was 12. So I was pretty naughty. And then my first year at boarding school, where I was subsequently sent, I got suspended 46 times in the first year, which is the school record. And so people started calling me Danger.
Oh, I got it. You are such an overachiever.
I do what I can.
School records and the whole nine yards.
Some people have 100-meter records, like high school championship rings, and I'm like suspended 46 times 1 year.
Well, here's the thing. You turned out to be such an extraordinary woman, so I think
Just enough dysfunction for a personality.
Absolutely. You and I were having a conversation over drinks, I believe, about social media pet peeves. So why don't you tell us all a little bit about some of your social media pet peeves?
Well, I want to start by saying that I didn't realize that I was a big offender on one of your major pet peeves.
True story, which is delete the link, people. Because once the little box pops up in a Facebook message, just delete the link. You don't need it.
Well, I didn't know that was possible, but the more you learn. Social media pet peeves, constant health updates. If you're sick with the flu, maybe one tweet, you're sick with the flu. We don't need a play-by-play. Constantly everything you're eating. You just had a sandwich. Awesome.
We're talking to you, Caleb Edison.
Oh, Caleb, no, I love you. No, that's so mean. It's not you, Caleb.
Hashtag paleo. Hashtag paleo chicken. Hashtag paleo life. Hashtag paleo gym. Hashtag paleo.
Well, Caleb is indeed the most prolific Facebooker I know.
I know it.
Also, in turn, the most endearing Facebooker I know.
So cute.
It works together for
So
me.
cute.
But anybody else who would post that much, I would be mad at them. Yeah, it's mostly things like that. Really, really vague, super emotional status updates that are passive aggressive. Like, well, I guess you can't have anything nice. That's it. So
those are your Facebook pet peeves?
Yes.
Your social media pet peeves?
Or anybody messaging me on Facebook at all.
I agree with that.
for you.
And expecting an answer. That's also one of my pet peeves. Don't get in touch with me on Facebook.
Especially for work stuff.
Especially for
'Cause
work stuff.
It never gets into my workflow.
Clearly you are not a professional if you're asking a work question via Facebook.
Ooh, that was
Yeah,
hard.
I mean, or 140 characters, even worse.
I'm not going that far. I'm just going to say that you probably need some coaching.
Well, you know I always take it a little too far.
Of course.
So tell us a little bit, tell the viewers, about what you do for Downtown Project, what you've done. Let's start there. So pretty much if you come to visit Downtown Project, you would be the first person that anyone would meet.
Sort of, yeah. I definitely get to spend time with all of our guests who come through. We have anywhere from probably 100 to 500 tour guests every week. And then also we have about 100 in-house guests every week. And so I have really grown and curated our tours program. And so every one of those guests comes through a 1-hour downtown tour that's just sort of a blueprint of what's happening down here. And so, yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about some of your most interesting tours and maybe some of the worst tours.
I've had definitely a lot of interesting tours over the last 2 years. A lot of interesting, famous, and high-profile people have come through, which is always fun.
Give us some names.
Steve Aoki is a good everyone, the band Far East Movement, Morgan Spurlock.
Such a sweet man.
The best.
I really adore him.
And pretty hot.
Really hot.
Yeah,
Especially,
had no idea until I met him in person, and I was like, hello, Morgan.
You know the story of me meeting Morgan Spurlock. I met Morgan Spurlock and asked him how documentary filmmaking was working out for him, even though he looks super familiar. He said really well, and then I realized that he actually has an Academy Award. So
Documentary filmmaking is working out well for him.
Right. We had this huge Zappos Kanye West mic drop.
We did. We had.
And you had the first point of contact with Kanye.
Yeah, that was an interesting situation. Probably one of the best rap battles ever, Kanye versus T-Shay. But no, it was an interesting experience. I think, for us, the point of a tour is to share with people about downtown and to get them involved. And sometimes with higher profile people, that point can get lost. So I actually a lot of times prefer our smaller tours with people who are really, really just interested in getting involved here and plugging in and giving back. And Kanye was a great example of why I feel that way.
So you say that the tours are really about sharing downtown with people and getting them involved. How can people get involved in the downtown scene and in the downtown project?
Absolutely. So, there are tons of different ways to get involved in each, and I do want to clarify that Downtown Project and Downtown are different, and there are different ways to connect with both of them. My actually new role is to help people find those ways to connect. So because we're new, because we're a startup, because we're a social experiment, we don't have a patented program that says everybody comes in and they get involved using these steps. For us, it's very much about the community, it's very much about the people, and so those ways are going to be different for each person.
Right.
But what's cool is that we have tons of points of entry, from community dinners, podcasts. We have various curated speaker weeks and events that are all free and open to the public, that are posted on our website, so that's a really great place to start. And then beyond that, we have an email, hi@downtownproject.com, and that's a great hi.
Not hi.
Yeah, no. Hello. But that's a great point of contact to reach out to us if you're wondering what's next.
Okay.
So yeah.
So downtownproject.com is the place to go to really start the process.
Totally. Full of resources, full of different avenues, depending on what your passion is, different paths you can take.
Great. And also you can schedule a tour there.
You can. Yep. There is a tours tab, and we offer several tours a day, Monday through Friday. So you can sign up on there.
You were recently written about in Success Magazine. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That was pretty awesome.
Pretty excited.
How did that feel?
It was great. It's yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. It's fine. It's really nice. It was a gorgeous picture, and I was really excited to have it, and my parents are very proud. I don't know.
So talk to me about some downtown etiquette, because you and I both suffer from downtown Las Vegas syndrome, which I refer to as, what that means is that it takes us at least 30 minutes to walk half a block.
Yes.
Because lots of people want to know certain things and stop us on the street and so on and so forth. So with you here, I really wanted to take a minute to kind of guide the people as to some of the more appropriate ways of approaching different leaders in the downtown community.
Well, I think one thing that I've sort of learned over the last years and come to terms with is that there's both positive and negatives to not having a separation between work and life. And so for me and my role and my job and in turn my life, I just sort of accept that as a reality, if I now know that if I need to go from my house to the beat in 10 minutes that I might as well not even bother. So, you know, and so a lot of it is just sort of like planning ahead, like I just know this.
Right.
But, you know, I think the hardest thing for me is that I am happy to be stopped on the street, ask questions, ask me anything you want anytime. The hardest thing though is that, like particularly for say for like a pitch or an idea, I actually need all that information in my computer, and when I'm walking down the street and passing, it's hard for me to retain all that, and so it's actually doing that person a disservice. And so my main thing is, you know, like if you see me, stop me, ask me anything, say hello, but then just follow up with an email so I have it right there, just so that I know that I can carry it on through for you.
Right.
So that's my main thing is like, I'm fully aware and resigned to and happy with the fact that like this is a live, work, play community. I just would say help me help you by sending me an email follow-up.
On that note, would you mind connecting me with the Win Horticulture team?
Oh my gosh, yes, I totally will.
Emails that were sent.
Yes. Terrible.
How many emails do you get a day?
Oh heavens. You know, it really depends on the day. Like it sort of depends when and where Tony's speaking, what sort of conferences we have in town, but I would say on average I get about 200 emails a day.
Wow.
Up to about 500.
Yeah. So what's next for you, Krissee? You and I have talked about your book. I liken you to David Sedaris in your humor. Michigan raised, but Mars born. So what's next? Is there a book? Is there a TV show? What are you going to do?
Hopefully all of it, you know. I mean, really right now I'm just, focused this year on finishing up my book, and then also really getting a lot of projects at Downtown Project open and up and running. And yeah, you know, we've been filming a couple things, and you never know what might end up on TV, and who knows?
And
The world is our oyster.
so for all the kids out there who are maybe getting expelled or suspended or having a hard time in school, I think that you're a great person to kind of tell them sort of a path and also give them a little hope. So what would you say to those people?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think when I was younger, I just really had the complete inability to like see outside of my circumstances. And so that's the best advice that I would give is just continue thinking big picture, continue looking at your life big picture, and know that things aren't always gonna be this way. So essentially, I feel like if somebody had told me back in the day, you know, you just got to pay your dues and then it's going to be all fine, it would have gone better for me. But I just, wasn't able to see outside of my circumstances, wasn't able to see outside of what was going on. So that was hard.
That's really incredible insight. Thank you so much for giving that. I mean, I was one of those kids, so I really appreciate it. And I agree, actually. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
I just
having me.
love seeing you at 9 a.m. I was late, and Krissee told me, you're never supposed to be late for a 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So shame on me.
That's what
it
I
won't
said.
happen
I
again.
dragged my butt out of bed at 8:46.
Well,
On time.
I'm Charles Wrestler, and this is Holy Crap, How Did This Happen? My guest, Krissee Danger, was so amazing. You can reach out to me at charleswrestler.com, and I can put you in touch with a guest. And if you have any questions, visit the Downtown Project website, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's new for me. I've got 4 pictures posted. Woo woo. And thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Charles Wrestler, and this is Holy Crap, How Did This Happen? And tips for navigating downtown. First, use social media appropriately. Don't post about your health, don't post about your food incessantly, and don't take your Instagram photos and put them on Twitter or Facebook. Twitter's for Twitter, Facebook's for Facebook, Instagram's for Instagram. It's a good tip, and it'll keep you really connected in a really smart way. Do you have an amazing business idea? Well, don't stop one of us on the street. What you need to do is go to downtownproject.com, navigate the website, find out who the right people are, and submit through the appropriate channels. It will work out a lot better for you in the long run. Want to learn more about downtown? The best way to do it is, again, visit the Downtown Project website and schedule a tour. Go on the 1-hour tour, figure out all of the different moving parts of the Downtown Project, and you'll be connected instantly. Downtown is all about serendipitous collision. So if you really want to meet people, one of the best ways to do it is hang out at Coterie, which is where I'm actually filming my podcast, The Beat, or anywhere in the Fremont East District. Now that the Container Park is open, it's a great spot, 8th and Fremont, and you'll see people, meet people, and get connected in all of the right ways. Also, visit charleswrestler.com and I can connect you all around.
Nothing you say or do will bring me back your way.
If you're having a rough go at it, just remember, this is just your circumstance for right now. Try to think big picture. You'd be surprised how amazing things can turn out if you just take a breath, let everything flow through you, and be fluid like water. I'm Charles Wrestler, and this is Holy Crap, How Did This Happen? Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Charles Wrestler, follow me on Instagram, or visit my website, charleswrestler.com, and please subscribe to my podcast. Have a great day.
How does it feel to know it's over now?
If you're having a guff row at it, a guff row at it, ah! If you're having a rough go at it,